name is Bill Stavreski. I'm the Head of Research at the Leukaemia Foundation. I've been here for close to 18 months. My reason for joining the foundation is over family connection and a personal connection to blood cancer, and through the heartache, really wanting to make sure I can give back, not only on behalf of my family, but also to ensure that no other person goes through the same experience that my family enjoyed. The Foundation has a long and proud history of funding health and medical research, dating back to 2000. So this year is our 25th anniversary of funding research. We fund research across the spectrum in terms of everything from basic science to health services research. And we have a proud history of funding quite a number of breakthrough areas within treatment and care, new therapies, but also funding access and availability of clinical trials. And that involves bringing clinical trials from overseas. And for many Australians battling blood cancer, it is their only hope of a potential treatment. And whether that is remission or extending quality of life and time with family, we've provided that opportunity and access to hundreds of Australians across the country. Over that 25-year period, we've funded quite a number of career development grants, but also impact projects. In total, close to 370 research grants to the value of close to $90 million in today's value. Within the foundation, our four main areas are focusing on discovery, research, prevention, diagnostics, and treatment and care. And most recently, we've also expanded into health services research. For us, there's not one focus area. We understand that research is critical across the board. It's not only developing new knowledge or new treatment, but ensuring that patients have access, have availability. And for that reason, systems research is critical just as much as what funding treatment or new diagnostics. There's no importance or benefit if we are developing new treatments, but it's not translating into patients receiving it. So for us as the foundation, the next frontier of funding research in health systems research is just as critical as any of the other domains. The Leukaemia Foundation is predominantly funded by the general public. So that's the mum and dads across the country, whether it is single donations, campaigns, activities. For the research program, all our funding that is distributed and invested comes from private donors. There's no public funding, no government funding, whether it's state or federal. So we rely purely on the kind-heartedness and the goodwill of all Australians, so we can continue the battle and support the wonderful research across the blood cancer area. We have had significant impact on clinical practice, and there's quite a number of pieces of research that we have funded that has transformed clinical care. Most recently and notably is research that we funded within the diagnostic field. The establishment of a new diagnostic test has been translated, is now available on MBS. So when patients are either being tested to see if they have blood cancer or to monitor their blood cancer, they can purely go to the pathology, don't need out-of-pocket expenses, and the research that we funded is now a test that is used across all of Australia. So for a small organisation like the Foundation, it's each and every day the research that we have funded is now being utilised for all Australians that are either being tested or monitored for blood cancer. About 10 years ago, we funded research at Peter Mac in Royal Melbourne. First time, not just in Australia, but globally, that leukemic cells could be grown in a dish. Now, that might sound simple, but what that means is being able to grow leukemic cells in a dish can be then tested for growth, but also what treatments are possible, can slow the cancer or even kill the cancer. And that has helped not only researchers in Australia, but far and wide globally. One of the other pieces of research and projects that we have funded is a genomic screening and monitoring program. Now, that is the first of its kind in Australia. What it does offer is Australians who have hard to treat blood cancers, who have really tested, have received other treatment. This is, for many, the last opportunity to have screening to see what treatment is possible. Without this program, pretty much all the few hundred that have gone through the program would not be here with us. Now, whilst that hasn't helped every single person, it has helped quite a few, and we've had wonderful feedback. We've had letters, we've had messages from family who have really told us that this has transformed not only their loved one, but their family. And what we tend to forget is research is not about therapies, it's not about drugs, it's not about tests, it's about people. And this project itself is really quite heartwarming, touches the heartstrings, because it does mean something to each and every person and family that goes through this program. The Leukaemia Foundation is unique. It's all of our staff and across all our offices, everybody is driven by a purpose, and that is to support Australians living with blood cancer. From a research perspective, we undertake research within the organisation, but also commission, fund and partner with organisations across the country. And whether that's in-kind support, whether that's funding research or collaborating, as an organisation, we've been at the forefront of being connected to research within blood cancer for 3 decades. And for us, that is really something that we hold close to our heart and will continue. We're one of only a handful of organisations who fund across the blood cancer spectrum, but importantly, we're also the leading organisation of funding career development grants, and delighted to be able to express that we have funded our 100th PhD scholarship recipient this year, and for us that's something that we hold very dear. Important that we continue to support young researchers who not only develop their career but are able to translate from bench to bedside.